It is my pleasure to welcome tonight's guest speaker. Sauparnika Balaswaminathan is an assistant professor in religions and cultures at Concordia University. She received a PhD in anthropology from the University of California, San Diego, and was a Peter Buck postdoctoral fellow at the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History in Washington, D.C. Her work examines the politics of heritage, the ethics and aesthetics of artisan communities, and religious art traditions in India. She is originally from Chennai and has been living in Montreal since 2021. I now invite Sauparnika Balaswaminathan to come up to the stage and share her insights and thoughts about tonight's performance.
Thank you, Sudha, for inviting me for this, for giving me this opportunity to witness two wonderful students demonstrate their mastery over this art form. And I'm going to share my very brief thoughts about the performance. First of all, we give a lot of accolades to athletes. For the perseverance that they have, for the strength and the stamina that they're, building the drive and motivation that they have to, get to the point where they need to be to participate in these very difficult feats of endurance and strength. And then here we have these dancers who had to be athletes, and on top of that, they had to remember the steps. They needed to remember the gestures. They needed to be in tune with each other. And on top of all of that, they had to remember the plot points because they were also telling us stories. And they had to be in the moment while doing all of this because they had to also emote. They had to feel the emotions that were part of the story. And the most important thing of it all is that they were supposed to make us as the audience feel these emotions. So in the Natya Shastra, Bharata Muni, who writes about theater and the performing arts, says, all of these things have to come together. They need to be put together by the artist in order to be able to make the audience feel these emotions, be it, devotion or love or awe or all of these things that I think we all felt during this show. So truly just I am so impressed by what I witnessed by these two dancers, and I think they definitely deserve all the accolades that we can give them. This, of course, would not have been possible without the support, the tutelage, and the choreography by Guru Vasanta Krishnan, who, I don't need to, I think, say much about. She is clearly a very respected and well-known person in this community. And also just the amazing performance by the musicians who accompanied this, because I think we came here for a dance show, and I think as a bonus, we just got this first-rate Carnatic music performance, and we're very, very lucky for that. Coming from Chennai, I've been living outside of India for, at this point, 14 years. And all of these aspects of our culture that I took for granted when I was growing up in India have now become these anchors that remind me of the relations that I have back there, this feeling of belonging that I have. But I think what we have here is also an opportunity to make these into the foundation for starting new communities over here. For not just, keeping our traditions exactly the same, but also transforming them to suit the time and place that we are in. As a professor, I teach this class called Hindu Myths, where we talk about Hindu myths. I have about 50 students every time I teach this class. Most of them are actually not of South Asian descent. So, here's a little plug. If you're an undergrad who needs an elective, take this class, and you'll get to hear a lot about stories from Hindu traditions. But the one main thing I want students to know is that myths change. Myths are not just these simple explanations for what's happening in the world. Myths are very complex, and they are ways in which we create community. And I think these kinds of performative traditions in which we transmit these myths are also ways to create community. And seeing, students like Srimayee and Mithura, who I think were born and brought up in Montreal entirely, hold on to these inherited traditions, practice so hard, keep at it, is wonderful to see. But I think we're also seeing them create something new by doing it over here, by infusing their own thoughts and expressions in this dance performance. And I think by doing these kinds of things is how we can create, our community over here. So thank you so much. Thank you for this wonderful performance.
Thank you so much, Saparnika, for your thoughtful words and your insights tonight. I'd now like to invite Mithura and Srimayee's parents to come to the stage.
Thank you all. Thank you all for your presence in this very special occasion of Srimayee and Mithura. I'm sure you enjoyed today's event. Today is a day of dedication to achieve this magnificent milestone for both of them. And they truly embodied in the parampara, like we have a Guru parampara in India, like I said, they are truly embodied in the Guru parampara of Srimati Vasanta Krishnan and Richalaya. And there is no doubt today happened because of their strong ambition and, of course, admiration, and propelled by the sustained discipline. Despite of all odds, they put it aside. Some of them, this is a mix of exams, so one of the girls is going to write a ministerial exam tomorrow, other girl just wrote an exam this morning. So they put all these arts aside, and then they strongly believe this art form is their heart, and they want to give whatever they can. Okay, where they got this inspiration? Okay, no doubt about it. The inspiration flows from their guru, their own guru in this case. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure the reason for today is Srimati Vasanta Krishnan is one of the leading Bharatanatyam teachers, choreographers, and the guru is a bigger thing. We have a great position for guru after the god. That's what we have in our tradition. So here, not every choreographer become a teacher. So actually, she just not teaches, she owned them. She really reluctantly worked with them to convert them into a piece of artist, because you just give her a clay, so she put them and mold them and structure them into whatever they call themselves, dancers or somebody like a future dancers, whatever it is. So probably this graduation is not just, it's probably the beginning for them to see themselves in future, and then try to work more and more in deeper insights into this. And as I said, not every choreographer become a teacher. I have seen because I didn't have much interaction with teacher before, but recently, since we started working on Arangetram, I'm fortunate to look at I witnessed some of these conversations. In one of the conversations, besides the dance teacher also teaching them how to develop an endurance, she was telling Mithura about the spinach curry that she can make with the tamarind to enhance our endurance. That's what I have seen. Such a sweet advice that they got in their life. But friends, I'm sure these lifetime lessons must have helped all her students. There are a lot of students here, I know. All her students to come out successfully in their life, to become a very big professionals, responsible professionals in the society. That's what we are witnessing. So for me, she is like our precious treasure. So we all have to preserve. Ladies and gentlemen, you all agree with me. It is a special privilege for both our families, from Shiva and myself and all our families, relatives here. This happened in your presence. This is more than anything, blessings from their Guru, and it also your love and goodwill, and your prayers and support, and also your friendship and guidance, which these girls will need significantly to carry their onward journey when they're fulfilling their life as they evolve towards their personhood. Thank you very much for your patience and presence here. Thank you all. And now I would like Shiva to say a few words. Please.
Hello everyone. Before we finish this wonderful event, I want to say a big thank you. I want to give my first special thank you to the Guru, Vasanta Krishnan. Without her, none of this would have been possible. She taught my daughter and the other dancers to be better in life through discipline and commitment. I also want to thank the musicians who play beautiful and made the dance even more special. And to all of you, the audience, I want to say big thank you. Your presence made this event really special, and I am grateful to each one of you. Lastly, I want to say how proud I am of my daughter. She grows every day, and it makes me very happy. Thank you all so much. எத்தனையோ சிரமங்களுக்கு மத்தியில் இங்கே வருகை தந்து சிறப்பித்த எல்லோருக்கும் மிகவும் நன்றி.
Now, may I request Srimayee and Mithura to pay respect to their guru and musicians in order, starting with to our guru, Sri Vasanta Krishnan. You want to come? We will also bow her. Okay? No, we don't. How lucky these girls. Now, may I request the girls to pay respect to our vocalist, Divya Venkateshwaran. The next, the person who created magic on strings, our violinist, Sri Anjana Srinivasan. The next in the row, our mridangist today, Sri Ram Krishnan. Please. The next one, none other than our chief guest, Dr. Swapnika. Please. I'm sure some of you will enroll for the course she just mentioned here. Now, last but the best, our MC, Sri Sudha Krishnan. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for everyone.
I'd now like to call upon Mithura and Srimayee's guru, Vasanta Krishnan, to come up to the stage and, she's still on stage rather, and present the plaques for the two dancers.
Good evening. Mithura and Srimayee had 5 months of intense training to get to the stage today, and I congratulate them and for a continuous dancing. Here I would like to present Mithura first. Srimayee.
And finally, you'll get to hear from the dancers. I'd like to now invite Mithura and Srimayee to come up to the stage and share a few words.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you all have enjoyed our performances. First of all, I want to thank everyone for gracing the auditorium with your presence, and especially for those who set aside their time to travel from as far as Ottawa, Toronto, in the US. Mithura and I could not be more grateful to have you all during this important milestone in our Bharatanatyam journey, and we hope today's event has met your expectations. I first watched a dance performance from Nrityalaya at an Ugadi function held by the Telugu Association of Montreal. I instantly fell in love and asked my parents to join me as a student under Guru Vasanta Krishnan. I have only been learning this dance form for 6 years, which means my journey in Bharatanatyam still has a long way to go, and this Arangetram ceremony only marks a new beginning for me. There are a few people who have been crucial in this process and without whom the ceremony would not have been realized. First of all, I want to thank my parents for their never-ending support and involvement in realizing this dream for me. I do not have the words to express how much they have helped me through this entire process. You both have been my emotional anchors and my #1 support system through everything, and I owe it all to them. Thank you, Papa, for driving me to dance class, waiting long hours, and for meticulously planning so many aspects of this event. And believe me, just your presence itself is a positive energy, not only to me, but to everyone associated with you. Thank you, Amma, for your great support and love throughout. Thank you for thinking of me and for being more concerned about my health than myself. And I owe everything to both of you. In addition, I would also like to thank my grandparents, my uncles, my aunts, and my cousins here and back in India who show their love and encouragement at all times. Although I might not express it as much as I would like to, your love and support means everything. I also want to thank all my friends who showed up today. Your kind words and thoughtfulness mean so much to me. Secondly, I would like to express my immense gratitude to my guru. As elders say, Guru Devo Maheshwara, she has been nothing short of a goddess to me. She is so selfless and has worked incredibly hard to pour her soul into each one of these dance pieces. Despite only having 6 years of experience, she believed in my potential and has pushed me through and through to do better each time. I have learned that beyond the nritta and the nritya, the natya is a very important ingredient of dance form. As such, she has taught me the importance of self-expression through the teachings of Sanjari Baba and how crucial it is to connect with our audience and convey the meaning intended of the dance. Tonight, I hope you all have learned something or have taken something with you from our performance of Guru Vasanta Krishnan's compositions. And finally, I would like to thank my partner, Mithura. I cannot believe our journey ends here. I'm so grateful to have shared the ups and downs with you, and going through this journey together made our most difficult moments endurable. Despite your young age, your level of passion and commitment is truly admirable. I will definitely miss your weekly visits for practice to my house, but I'm looking forward to dancing with you many more times in the future. Thank you all once again.
Good evening, everyone. I am truly honored to stand before you today as we celebrate Srimayee's and my Arangetram. We are extremely grateful and thankful for your presence and blessing on this special day. Bharatanatyam has been my passion for as long as I can remember. I still recall the days when I used to peek at all the little girls dancing before my Carnatic class, which was right next door. The little 9-year-old girl in me would run, peek, and then run back to her father, telling how beautiful and mesmerizing the dance looked. It was then that my father decided I should join the Nrityalaya Dance Academy. Since then, Bharatanatyam has become a part of me and my identity. This beautiful dance form has taught me discipline, patience, and perseverance. While I still have a long journey ahead, this Arangetram marks the culmination of the hard work and dedication I have put in over the years. I have a list of people whom I would like to express my gratitude and mention today. I want to begin with my parents. Thank you both so much for everything you have done for me. The patience, the understanding, and unconditional love you have shown me have been overwhelming and heartwarming. Thank you, Appa, for driving me to class every Sunday, for picking me up, for arranging everything for today's event, and for believing in me. And thank you, Amma, for nourishing me twice the amount of food I would eat on a regular day. I really appreciate your efforts in going to the store, every opportunity you get to buy me healthy food. I am also very grateful for your kind words and care whenever I felt like giving up. You both mean the world to me, and I hope I've made you proud today. I also have to mention my brothers. Thank you for all the leg massages and for putting up with my princess treatment. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to my revered guru, Vasanta Krishnan, for being the light in this journey and tirelessly guiding me along the path of knowledge. This transformative journey would have been unimaginable without her unwavering support and mentorship. From the very inception of this endeavor, she metaphorically described us as tarnished, oil-laden lamps, with her mission to cleanse and polish us into radiant beacons that shine bright like stars. Today, as I stand here, I hope to have exceeded your expectations and brought immense pride to your heart. I cannot overlook the immense dedication and countless hours she has invested in choreographing and perfecting our performances. With her masterful touch, she has sculpted and molded us into the dancers you witness today. Through her teaching, I have gained invaluable life lessons that transcend the boundaries of the dance studio. I consider myself incredibly fortunate to be an integral part of Nrityalia Dance School, where artistry and enlightenment converge seamlessly. Next, I have to take a moment to acknowledge the support and love of my family and friends. Your encouragement, belief in me, and presence here tonight means the world to me. Thank you for always standing by my side and cheering me on throughout this journey. Thank you for everybody who came abroad. Last but not least, I have to thank Simi, my support system. I haven't known Simi for a very long time, but I am extremely grateful that I have met you. I couldn't have asked for a better dance partner. Thank you for listening to all my complaints and for being a friend when I needed one. I have to say you are a very good listener. Your presence and encouragement have been invaluable to me, and I am very grateful for your unwavering support. Also, thank you to Simi's parents. Thank you, Uncle, for always worrying about my health. And thank you, Auntie, for your delicious food every time I come. I love you both so much. I hope you all enjoyed today's performance, and thank you for coming.
Finally, we would like to show our gratitude and thank a few people who have contributed to this event. To begin with, we would like to thank
our chief guest, Dr. Swatnika, for her kind words and encouragement.
Today's musicians, beginning with Divya Venkateshwaran for her melodious voice.
Anjana Srinivasan for her magic on the strings.
Krishnan for his animated beats on the mridangam.
We would also like to extend our thanks to our Master of Ceremony, Sudha Krishnan, who was once also our teacher, for hosting today's program so elegantly.
We would also like to thank the technical and administrative staff of Oscar Peterson Hall, Concordia.
I have to thank all my family who came abroad for today's event, and also the helpers that helped my mom to get me ready for today's show.
I would like to thank a few people in my community as well who have helped me and my mom, such as Shruti and Sangeeta Auntie for receiving our guests, Tulsi, Vindu, Jyoti, and Uday Auntie for backstage help, Jagadish, Srinivas, Naga, and Venu uncles for support, my buddies Vachaswini and Nandita with on-stage help.
Finally, I would like to thank all the audience members for their well wishes, presence, and blessing. Thank you all for coming tonight.
So So that concludes tonight's program. I hope you all enjoyed the program, and thank you all again for coming. And of course, before you leave tonight, there are some food packets waiting for you to take home. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and have yourself a good evening. Good night.